Good morning, dear student. Today we are going to discuss a classification of scaling technique. In last lecture we have discussed about types of the scales and measurement, like nominal scale, ratio scale, then interval scale and order scale, ordinal. So then this type of the scaling we have studied in last lecture in detail, but now today we are going to discuss about the classification of the scaling techniques, how these scaling you can use, what are the way, and you should know about in detail what is the what type of the data when you are going to collect, which type of scaling should be used, because you should be very much concerned about what type of the data you are going to use and what type of your study will be based on and by which particular scaling. And suppose you want to compare with any particular brand to your particular brand, to a particular brand, like here you are going to compare Dove to the Sunsilk, Dove to the Pantene. So then you should know about how it will be possible and what type of the data collection method and way you can get the data collection by comparison method, then rank order method, then constant sum method. So these are the way you can collect the data. So then it is important you should know about how to collect the right data. This is the method by the number of techniques which will help you. Then it is very much important to know about these things. In classification of scaling techniques will be divided into comparative scales, non-comparative scales, paired comparison, in comparative scale, paired comparison, rank order, constant sum scales. Then non-comparative scales, it will be considered into two parts: continuous rating scales, itemized rating scales, likert, itemized rating scale again divided into likert, then semantic, differential and stapel scales. These are the way by which these are the techniques by which we can consider about the how you will get the collect the data for the particular scale. Then it is the techniques. Now a comparison of scaling techniques. Comparative scales, what is comparative scales and what is non-comparative scales? Comparative scales involve direct comparison of the stimulus objects, and comparative scale data must be interpreted in relative terms and have only ordinal or rank order properties, thus non-metric. Because it is ordinal or rank order, then it is non-metric, because you will get only which one is best and which one is good and which one is not good. So then you can get the ordinal type of this scaling in comparative scales. In non-comparative scales, each objects is scaled independently of the others in the stimulus set. Resulting data are generally assumed to be interval or ratio scaled. Then it is metric. So then you can understand, because in last lecture we have discussed what is metric and what is non-metric. So then you will understand which will be ordinal type of scale and which will be metric type of scale, then ratio or interval scale, and what are the number of techniques for the comparative scaling. First technique is paired comparison scaling. A respondent is presented with the two objects and asked to select one according to the sum criterion. The data obtained are ordinal in nature. Paired comparison scaling is most widely used comparative scaling technique with an n brands, n in bracket n minus 1 upon 2 paired comparison are required. Means another point we will consider, then we will discuss. Under the assumption of the transitivity, it is possible to convert paired comparison data to rank order. So here a respondent is presented with 2 objects and asked to select one according to some criteria. Means you have one pair by pair, you will select one product. Here one example you will get much better and to get these things. This is the obtaining shampoo preferences using paired comparison. So here 10 pairs of the shampoos brands. First is Dove, Sunsilk, Clinic Plus, Head and Shoulder and Pantene. Dove will compare with Sunsilk. Dove will compare with Clinic Plus. Dove will compare with Head and Shoulder, and Dove will compare to Pantene. Comparison will be in rows, and marks will be given for particular brand like Dove to column. Here you can get much better than this option. Like here you are getting the marks of this Dove brand. Here you are getting the marks of Sunsilk brand. You are getting the marks of Clinic Plus. Here you are getting the marks of Head and Shoulder. Here you are getting the marks of Pantene. So these are the way how they will collect the data and compare. Here you will compare, like you are going to compare Dove. So Dove will compare with the Sunsilk. Like here it is in row. In row you will get the data. Dove is compared with the Sunsilk in front of the Sunsilk, because Dove is better than Sunsilk, and the marks in front of the Sunsilk. It is the marks of Dove. Dove brand is better than Sunsilk. Then Dove will compare with this Clinic Plus. It is getting 1 mark because it is better than the Clinic Plus. Then again it is compared with the Head and Shoulder, but in Head and Shoulder condition it is not getting marks because it is Head and Shoulder is better than the Dove, as per respondent is saying. Then here again Pantene is also, here you can see Pantene, in condition of Pantene, Dove is getting 1 mark because it is better than Pantene. So then for every product and every brand, you can compare row and column. Marks will be given in columns and compare with the product will be in row. These are the Head and Shoulder, Pantene, and lastly you will get the total preferred marks, number of times preferred. Like Dove is 3 times, Sunsilk is preferred 2 times, Clinic Plus 0 times, Head and Shoulder 4 times, Pantene 1 time. So this is the way you can collect the data. This is technique. You can collect the data and get these scales by this type of the technique. Okay, then we'll go to next. This is the rank order scaling. Next one is, what is rank order scaling? We will consider in this particular slide. Respondents are presented with several objects simultaneously and asked to order or rank them according to some criterion. It is possible that the respondent may dislike the brand rank 1 in an absolute sense. Further, rank order scaling also results in ordinal scale. Only n-1 scaling is decisions need be made in rank order scaling. In rank order scaling, we'll compare with a number of brands, 7 brands, and in rank order we'll arrange it like Himalaya. first brand. We'll compare with all the brands like Colgate, Aim, Dantkranti, Dabur, Closeup and Pepsodent. Then it will be at which particular rank you are giving to this particular product. N-1, you can give the rank. Like suppose you are giving it in the top 1 rank, first rank, second rank, third rank, whatever in your knowledge, your ranking is deciding what you are deciding, then it will be in that particular rank you will consider. In all the brands you will give the rank order N-1. Then it is another ranking comparative scaling technique, constant sum scaling. Constant sum scaling is also because here one constant, like here 100 is given points of attributes of a product to reflect the performance. The 100 is the constant sum of the, like in this example you will get much better. So here a comparative scaling technique, constant sum scaling. Importance of the bathing soap's attributes using a constant sum scales. Here these are the attributes: mildness, leather, shrinkage, price, fragrance, packaging, moisturizing, cleaning power. These are the attributes. These 3 segments, and 3 segments respondent are giving the marks for the attributes of bathing soaps. So then it will be based on which and this is the under the constant sum, means here constant sum is 100. In 100, 8 attributes number will be decided. You will decide, respondent will decide within the 100 all the marks. So then here, like segment 1, it is 53 for the price. It's the most important. In second segment, 60 for the cleaning power. And in third segment, moisturizing. A decision maker will be decide what are the major concern for the customers. If all 3 segments, what all 3 segments are thinking about this particular, what should be in a bathing soap, what attributes should be most important. And another, then again we will discuss another points, next most important, then next most important, up to which a influence of the any researcher, then or decision maker, then it will be decided by the researcher or decision makers. So then they will decide which type of the attributes they should be added in this bathing soap product. So this is all about this technique. Next technique we will discuss in non-comparative technique we will discuss in next slides. Here it is important what you will it is very much important. So here half of the technique we have discussed, like comparative scales, paired comparison, rank order and constant sum. These are the way of the comparative scales. Why scaling technique is important? Why this particular topic, scaling and measurement, is so much important? Because it is, without this you are not able to make your questionnaire. If you want to do any good researches or research not good, you should have knowledge about this thing. It is must for any researcher. So then you should be know about what are the scaling techniques and what are the measurement and scaling, and what are the validity and reliability of the, that is also we'll discuss in further lecture, next lectures. Then paired comparison, you have understand, means we'll pay in pair, one by one product will become compare with another brand, one brand will be compared with the another brands, number of brands maybe 3, 4, 5. So that is that method I have told you. In Dove, Sunsilk, Pantene, Head and Shoulder, clinic plus, that is the example. Then rank order, which is also given, Himalaya and Dantakranti and Colgate, number of bands were there. Then constant sum will be based on the constant sum marks for the 100 has been decided, and then it was number of attributes as given, and then which attributes will be most important segment wise respondent will tell. These are the way you can collect the data. You can use these techniques for your research work. Then next part of this scaling techniques we'll discuss in next lecture. You should be very careful about this particular topic. Thank you very much.